The joys of live entertainment. Anyway, I think now we're ready to go. So, again, from the top, seed might be fucked. It's the exact same settings. I didn't change shit. I'm not gonna lie. That, like, data org, or, hey, do you want to randomize data bosses? Like, Switch was really looking me in the eye and be like, I should probably turn that down for this version of the game. But, no, we're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep at it. And let's start the tractor and see what we got. Alright, so all worlds are open to us from the beginning. We didn't really... Oh, we got Thunder. Start out. Yeah, all worlds are open to us from the beginning. I didn't actually, like, change anything to... mess with... I didn't change it so that we had to, like, unlock visits, because I just felt like that was just way too fucking much. Like, it's fun if you're doing objectives, but this is just a proof run. So we gotta find all three of them. I can feel Antonio telling me to take the one, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Idea, if all else fails, play the Switch versions. They're called the Cloud versions because of FFs. Oh, dude, shit. Cloud from Smash Bros. Is in that game? Holy shit. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, what's our Keyblade? 9-4 combination boost, so that's good if we get a limit. That's actually really great if we get a limit. Yeah. There we go. 7-0 Lucky Lucky and 10-12 MP Rage. Pretty good. No accessories or armor yet. We do have a couple of potions. I'm gonna slap those on the ether and save for first building levels. Alright, what's the rest of everything we got? Haste, item boost, damage control, haste, raw. It's a second chance on the defender, but we're gonna find that anyway. So yeah, nothing as far as ability goes. We're kind of up shit's creek. Oh, more ability. Aerial sweep. Okay. Yeah, so nothing too crazy. They have a couple of MP Histegas. Yeah, they already got a one. Goofy's already got a once more, so that shield is pretty much worthless. Not like it matters. Like, guys dying in this means that you can still like pop limit because the creators of this rando are so fucking like smart. Genuinely. The quality of life that they've added just makes this like I think one of the best places to play KH2. First room link ring with Billiam. It's gonna be a while until we like actually fight bosses. I do want to try out enemy rando. I'm not gonna lie. But with the way that this thing is lacking stability, I don't know about that. This thing likes to crash on like random rooms when you're just walking. Granted, the only crash that we had during that archipelago was at the end, but even still, I wasn't gonna risk it. Double once more, twice more when Goofy has killed you, die instead. Yeah. They should have in-game death link though. It'd be really funny for like party games. Like imagine you're playing like Baldur's Gate 3 and because you die, like Asterion just fucking fights it. I'm saving after everything. Remember that every save point we see, we gotta save. And yeah, you can do a crash counter if you want to. We'll check, the first opportunity we get to actually, like, check a boss, we'll just check it, see what it is. Can I answer report what we got? You still give us hints, they're just not on the tracker. Explosion is at Beast Castle, which is good because Beast Castle is blue, which means there's nothing there. Oh, you know what I realized? I did add the death counter. Look at the bottom of the tracker. I forgot that's a little option in there. I'll get future me to keep track. He gets paid more than me. Fair enough. Magnet versus and space paranoids and negative combos and 100 acre would unfollow the win. Okay, so we got a good amount of abilities that we have access to in case we do get like soft locked by, or not soft locked, but walled, I guess, by like a data. Our stats increase so heavily in this that I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Or the machine takes future me's job. Yeah, AI. That would be next level fucked up, wouldn't it? It's just like you haven't even like started. Like next level fucked would be like you haven't even started the job and they already replace you with AI. Or it's like the second that you go in, it's just like, oh, sorry. Fucking this beat boop that we just paid like $5 grand for is gonna actually do your job for you. It turns out we don't need you after all. Alright, let's see. Ethers. We got the aquamarine ring. No items. The reason I change everyone to Sora attack too is just because it helps me focus. It helps so that allies aren't like wandering off on their own and like dying. They'll still get hit, obviously, if you're running away. But if you're running away, most of the time you're not even fighting. It's just a carryover from like base case too. That and it helps not fuck up. It helps not fuck up. Sorry, that bot just distracted the fuck out of me. Revenge value. That's what I was thinking of. It helps not fuck up revenge value. Because sometimes they can hit an enemy at the wrong time, sometimes they whiff, and it'll just fuck up like an entire attack. I'd rather like Sora be the main damage dealer. Alright, let's see what we got. Do we have all 5 movement abilities? No, what are we missing? We're missing high jump. Experience boost, I'm slapping them on immediately. It's actually really good. And another item slot. You know, that experience boost is great because the first thing I like to do and the reason why I come here is to get levels first before we go and do everything else. It's just the easiest place to go. It has the least amount of like forced encounters that you actually have to win. Pretty seamless. Disney Castle is nice, but Disney Castle has a couple of fights in a couple of areas. It's like if you get tagged once, you're just instantly dead. Like I've played this game enough to get around it, but it's just helpful. Get this out the way first. And there's a good amount of easy checks. Here it is. The amount of optional fights in this game is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, you don't realize that going through the game normally. But it's kind of what makes this game so smooth for rando. Because most of these are just normal encounters that you see. Like, most of the content is in the enemies that you can fight and everything else like that. Shit like that. But if you actually look at, you know, cut down on the amount of cutscenes, like, this game has like 13 hours minimum of just raw cutscene. Trim that down even further in terms of like non-mandatory fights. And this game's actually pretty chill in terms of the amount of shit that you have to do. It's just so goddamn fun that you, by nature, kind of want to do more with it. I think we saved, but I'm gonna double check that again.
Jack, prepare to scream! Take that! Take that! Power! 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 Power!
Oh I got that didn't kill.
Okay. There.
There's a problem.
Jack, prepare to scream.
Get over there. You get over there.
Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Yeah, I might have to second fighting clip those guys, and now I'm gonna get fucking clipped. Got that. Alright, this death one. Let's try that again. I think everything is still set up the way it should be. Yeah. I need to be quicker on the actual limit when I get in.
Jack, prepare to scream. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Okay. There.
Yeah.
Jack, prepare to scream. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Let's kill. Nope. This will go.
Yeah.
You check something.
Christmas is in big trouble.
Gorge, we can't let anything bad happen to Christmas.
Yeah, we should be fine. We're good. For some reason, I thought something fucked up on my end, but no, we're all good. I saw my bitrate was unstable and I didn't know why. It doesn't say I was dropping frames or anything else like that. Well, it did say that it was dropping a couple of them, but I think we should be alright. So we got a power boost, Oath Keeper, which is nice. Nice boost. It's like an air combo plus. I don't normally fuck with the combo pluses though. Just because it's most of the time in like rando, because you're at such a low level for the most part, and no one gets killed. That or you can just kill everything so quickly, there's no reason in even having it. It's just safer to go with the it's just safer to go with the finishers. Alright, drive converter, that'll be great for master form. The game is a little louder than you, that or your volume is a smidge low. Here, let me fix that. How's that? I forgot that I have KH2 all the way up. Only noticed now because of the gameplay going. Yeah, I bet. Alright, how's that? This should be alright. I turned it down just a little bit, so it's not gonna quite peak, but I wasn't peaking on my end because I think I have the actual like main volume. Yeah, down to like 1. Because when I play this on like call, I can barely hear anybody. Potion. Platinum ring. Alright, and then with this, we should be at level 11, I think.
Jack, prepare to scream.
We normally get a good amount of a boost from this. Proton debugger. Check that yet. All right. Yeah, we got the drive recoveries, a couple of these. Damage control 0-9. I'd rather be on the safe side. Turn it down a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I can already see her from here. Let's go ahead and check our stats. 4 defense. Wunderbar, it's fine now. Okay, great. You like this defensive 4? That's so cool, dude. I love that. 29 strength. That's great. Our strength stat and our magic stat. I'm loving that. That's great. This. Can't have shit out here. I'm gonna go see if I can find that explosion. Hopefully it's in the first visit. Man, the good old 20, 15, yeah, I know. The worst part is at the beginning, I was really eyeing down that shield being like, maybe, but no. Realistically, all it would have done was change the fucking, like, shit I get during level up anyway. It's not like it gives me that much of a boost to my strength, or to any one stat. Sorry for the silence, I'm grinding. No, you're cool. I figured you were still sick anyway, Naomi. You still got the ill. Sure am, yep. Well, if you need someone to fill in on that trip for you, I mean, you know. You could change a airline ticket from New York to North Carolina pretty easily, right? Just fucking with you. No. What do you mean no? You're not feeling well. It's not safe. You know, I'll just, you know. I know all about the 6 Saturdays at Greg. Is that the name of it? Yeah, you know that shit. It's fine. I can go. I have a month, buddy. Listen, I don't want to hear this considering the fact that it took you and Soup like 7 months to get over the fucking like plague or whatever it was that you both had. I'm convinced that if I get in a call with Soup, he's still gonna be coughing. Wasn't even 7 months, it just 6 months. Yeah, 6 Saturdays at Greg, you know? It's like that thing. There's the explosion. So I could technically like leave now, but I do kind of want to see what else is here. Yeah. Two Wednesdays at Terry's. Decoy presents. Wow, I'm so glad I stayed for that. I feel like there's congestion. No, I hope you feel better. Just see if you can get some shit to make like some soup. All I gotta do is just throw it in the fucking like pot for a little bit and just let it boil. I have a funky headache and some chest feels nice, yeah. I mean, chests do feel nice, yeah, but I don't think that's what you meant. You throw soup in the pot. And Hades Cup trophy. Okay. Realistically, yeah, if there's nothing here, I mean, I'll come back here if I really need to find something else, like if there's Trinity Limit or some shit, but I think, yeah, oh, I didn't even read... Shows how literate I am, by the way. I'm reading all this, and my brain's just auto-correcting it, and I was like, yeah, I know, yeah, throw. That's how you spell it, right? I think I deserve a 6 Saturdays. That's the Wish.com version that you get. Alright. So we got Explosion now, which is pretty nice and reliable. We still have that Thunder. I keep forgetting that we actually have Magic. It's weird starting with like an actual Magic because it just never registers. Not that we've needed it anyway. I think I'm gonna hit Disney Castle. We might as well do that. At least check the first room now that we have a glide. You know, I realized something with this, by the way, actually really recently, right? Part of the reason why I hate doing this world so early is because, like, normally, if you don't set it up to where, like, you get random growth abilities, trying to actually, like, navigate this world without glide is a pain in the ass. Or any sort of movement. Because enemies just pop up and you gotta run around and, like, get all the chests. And it's just annoying trying to, like, get around all of them. It's not like it's hard, it just takes up so much fucking time. That is the downside of what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, yeah, you realistically don't have to fight a whole lot of enemies in random unless you're trying to like level up, and even then there are specific areas for that. But it does mean that all the in-between, you're just plotting between like chests to seeing what you actually get, because those are the major checks. And some of them are just annoying because it's just like, I don't want to fight you, leave me alone, stop popping up. But it ain't bad. Yeah, like this. That'll help though. Holy shit, magnet. Combo boost. One straight hit whoops back into the... Yeah, exactly. Or not even a straight hit. Sometimes if it's just like, you know, a crash or two or whatever. Berserk charge. Insanity, by the way, that this game turns 20 next year. Or, I'm sorry, not the next year. This year even. In a month. Like a month or two. What was the original release date for KH2? Can someone look that up? I'm fairly certain it was November 2005 in Japan, but I genuinely cannot remember. Magnet's not triangle, that's fine. Yeah, like, this game turns 20 in a very, very short amount of time, and it just... KH2 in JP, December 22nd, 2005. Yeah, almost a 20-year-old game. It feels like a game from 2035, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, in terms of combat, no game, I don't think, like, outside of hardcore action games, really, like, feels as good. I don't even mean just in terms of the base mechanics, right? Shit like being able to, you know, combo... I don't have Combo Master. But being able to, like, channel your fucking, like, physical combos into your magic combos. Being able to, like, counter certain enemy attacks if you know, like, the actual frames between it. It's like, this is shit that I feel like should have taken off a hell of a lot more. And I'm so glad that, like, indies are starting to actually, like, study this game more now. We're getting, like, more KH legs. It's obviously going to take a while because making a game like this is incredibly, like, difficult. But, man. I was thinking about that the other day. And the only other game that really comes close is Rebirth, and, I mean, it makes sense that was made by the same team. We're gonna try mouse push.
Let's go.
PS2 game, by the way, they had less tech, but way bigger. Yeah. It's like, it helps that this is the second game that they actually got to try to make this, this is the second game in the series, obviously, so they had, like, a lot of the legwork done with the first game. And the first game is even ahead of its time, just in terms of, like, the fact that, I'm pretty sure KH1... Oh, God. Oh, let me lock in, and then I'll put in my lore about this fucking game. This is serious. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure KH1 is the first 3D, like, action game to have, like, air combos. Because the first, like, DMC1 didn't have air combos. You would go up, the most that you could do was, like, shoot at an enemy, and then you would just lower back down to the ground afterward. The only thing you could do is, like, a helm splitter. Or a helm breaker, I forgot the name of the move. The only other game that I can remember that had, like, air combos at the time was Otogi for, like, the original Xbox. And I'm pretty sure that game came out after KH2. Or KH1, rather, excuse me. Yeah, it came out after KH1. So it's, like, it helps that they already had, like, a solid foundation. But, like, yeah, the amount of tech that they had available to them, it's just, like, they really were out of their minds in terms of, like, how they developed it. It was so... It's amazing to me that they managed to capture that. Although it also just goes to show how hard it is to recreate it, because, granted, it's like... My opinions about Birth by Sleep aside, you can definitely tell that, like, the team that came after the KH2 team, it's like, they're starting from scratch in terms of, like, making just the raw mechanics. That's very, very hard to do. You can't just, like, take the other team's, like, code because it was made specific for that game. So they basically had to make everything from scratch over again. And yeah, there's small, subtle things that you just kind of miss out on that you only get with experience. But you see, by the time they hit KH3, they understood that, and they were like, oh yeah, no, we know what we're doing now, because that game plays great. I don't know. It's super fun. KH will always be, like, my main inspiration when it comes to, like, action design, because I think that its rule set is so simple in terms of, like, every move having a power threshold to it, and the fact that you can, like, the fact that hitboxes interact the way that they do with, like, simple rules to make, like, the most cinematic, sick-looking shit possible is something that, like, I don't know, it's just, it's timeless, and it's cool, and you can do so much with it, and I really wish more developers did that. That's it. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of levels in here. It helps this early on. And by the way, for what it's worth, I do love BBS. I think that the actual, like, command system, I'm gonna be honest, I want command melding back. Like, out of all things that we got in, like, KH3 onward, like, shot locks being one of them, I'm like, that's cool and all and everything else like that, man. But, like, dude, a magic crafting system? A fucking, like, limit crafting system? Like, that would have been sick. Like, custom moves. Like, no, genuinely, I think that, like, they have to bring that back at some point. They're not going to, but I would really want them to. Flow motion and command melding, I feel like, should just be base concepts. I know it's hard to do command melding because, yeah, obviously, it's a lot of moves to put into a game, but fuck it. We have more than enough to be able to combine that with it. I feel like it'd be worth it. One more level on these guys should do it. I was just thinking that creative finisher, like the old THQ wrestling game. I completely forgot that that was a feature until I saw, like, a short about it the other day. I'm like, man, we really had it made back then. My precious mushroom. We got the Olympus Stone, which will make that visit a hell of a lot easier. Not that we can use drive early on, because it's just a gameplay thing that they show off. I found that out the hard way, by the way. Even if you have the Olympus Stone, it doesn't mean that you can use drive forms in the initial part of Olympus. It just means that the drive gauge is not like locked. Because I'm pretty sure I tried to use a drive gauge in one fight and it did not do anything for me. It also just kind of helps too, because command melding, if you think about it as a concept, and like for anybody that's played God Hand will definitely understand this. Like God Hand, you can pretty much make your own. Like the gimmick to that game is that it's a beat 'em up where you choose the moves that you want and get them to, like, you know, flow into each other as smoothly as possible to kind of like create your own moveset with Gene, right? And you can 1000% dick yourself over by picking like shitty moves that have like bad frame data and everything else like that, to the point where it's like, yeah, you can't hit anything, or a combo that you think of in your head you're only going to hit like once out of every maybe like 50 to 100 encounters, right? Depending on the enemy setup. I think that there's room for that in action RPGs too, where it's like, yeah, in every other action RPG you can kind of customize your build. You can kind of customize your build however you want to. I feel like there's room for that in the mainline games too. I know the combo system is kind of the main draw of it, but I think there's a way to weave that in to where it's just like, yeah, you have like, here's the selection of magic that you have. We're gonna give you access to X, Y, and Z amount of it, and then you go it from that way. Because like, I'll be honest with you, man. This is my super controversial opinion about the Kingdom Hearts series. The command menu is what makes this series so fucking unique, among other things. I can understand not wanting to weave through or go through this fucking monstrosity. I'm used to it, and I love it because, like, it makes me feel skilled because I can just quickly go to anything I want. I can completely understand how, for a new player, this thing is intimidating as all hell. Now, the slowdown helps that they added in 3, but I think that a command deck style system in the future is definitely, like, a good option to have. You can have different taps on it, you know, where you go over, like in BBS you hit lefty, you get like your D-links. I definitely think that's a better alternative. I just don't know. I don't know if they want to use the command deck again. They almost did it for 3 and Nomura was like, no, this is a mainline game, use the command menu. You can even kind of tell that the team here realized that the command menu was kind of unwieldy. That's why you have like the auto limit and auto, like, you have the auto summon and auto like drive abilities, because it makes it so that newer players don't have to like go all the way down to pop a drive and then pick from another sub menu to figure out like what the fuck they were gonna do. God Hand really is just BBS with a physical attack melding. I mean, in terms of concepts, like, yeah, because you're literally like building a deck of moves for you to use. The only thing that doesn't change is your main like Keyblade combo, but Keyblade combos are kind of like de-emphasized in the later games anyway, from BBS onward. Except for Riemann. Like, in terms of concept, they are very, very similar, being able to switch your moves out. The only difference is that BBS commands don't flow into each other nearly as well as they should, but there's like 500 of them, so I understand. The shortcuts in 3 are a good start, but I would like a lot more building with Sora to kind of replace BBS or pull a God Hand and make a whole set for specific fights, like planning in an RPG. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you do that in, I mean, you still have a menu, but like you kind of do that with Rebirth and Remake. Like in Rebirth and Remake, you still have to go through and actually like plan out the materia that you have for a specific set, and if you just don't got it, you just don't got it. I don't know how you would do that in a cage system, but I think that like the deck is just a better option as far as like visualizing what you have on hand and then pulling it out. I think like for newer players, it's the best option. You see that in Recoded, especially with the way that you can like combo into shit. I don't know if I would have a cooldown mechanic tied to it for commands, but I would, you know, I'd like to see what they end up doing with it. I know a lot of people like shit on the command menu because they don't like the way that some of those games play. I don't think there's anything wrong with the idea in and of itself. I think it's all just a systemic issue. I don't think the concept is a bad idea, though, at all. I kind of wish they had stuck with it. Or at the very least, like, developed it further. But they're jumping straight into 4, so that idea is pretty much just, like, dead in the water. Anyway. But who knows? I don't know what the fuck they're planning for 4. And again, as far as we know, the game's fake until proven otherwise.
Do you feel it? The moon's power.
Oh, cool.
Moon, shine down.
Look at the frauds. Ah, damn. I tried to route him. Here's the thing. I got explosion. This shouldn't actually be that bad. I just need to actually get a claymore and then, like, get around him. So it's not like it's impossible.
Do you feel it? The moon's power.
And I got magic.
Moon, shine down.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I misjudged you.
Ah, damn. I should have opened with a thunder. I've realized, too, my damage output's really low. You think I should level up a little bit more? Not level up. You think I should get some more shit before we do this? I just realized Disney Castle's blue, so I technically don't even have to be here. It's just to get other shit. Yeah, you know what? We'll come back. I didn't even look at the fucking tracker. Yeah, we're so fucking in the clear. Yeah, we don't even need to be here. No one promise now what? Do I hit Agrabah up? No. You know what? Out of curiosity, speaking of bosses. Okay, so now that we know that Syax is there. I was about to make a bit. The reward behind him could be anything. Could even be a proof. Yeah. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm gonna check these chests. I want to see what Roxas is. Or who Roxas is. And hopefully, it's not anybody that we just end up getting completely, like, doinked by. What should be, like, Hades or something, or Pete. The Star Charm is great. And another magnet, okay. That's worth it to go back and then save. Show me Pete. That's the wrong way. This is a big challenge. Yeah, who is Roxas? Alright, here's what we'll do. Alright, place your bets. Who's Roxas gonna be? I think it's gonna be Lingering Will. I hope that it isn't, but that's genuinely what I think it's gonna be. Just based off of how placement has been already. Granted, we only checked like one boss. But I could feel this game trying to fuck me already. And I don't appreciate it. My second guess, Larkzine. Let's check. Cool. Awesome.
Data transfer.
Yeah. This is it. It's over.
Box is looking a bit different. Yeah, I know. You see the... Okay, hold on. You see the little yellow dot above the command menu? I'm pretty sure that's his disc. It's still going away. It doesn't disappear. Either that or I'm smoking, like, rock. You know, those are his discs. They're not disappearing.
It's over. Okay. Take this. Data transfer.
Fake.
Back off. Yeah. It's over. Give up.
Yeah, it must be his hair. The Organization 13 supercuts.
Take this. Yeah. This is it.
We take those. Fine bandana. Okay, so a whole lot of nothing behind him, but you know, we take those. That was easy. I watch that be the easiest fight that we get so far. Cosmic belt. That's huge for armor. And a ukulele. And Stitch! And the one that never wants is blue. So everything else is pretty much just extra. And secret answer report in 9. Okay. Alright. So we got a couple more things. Let's just go ahead and check. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot if you go into the thing. Well, that's why we save, right? Final Zemnis Pete, the dream is alive. I'm rooting for Final Zemnis VV personally. I think it's time for Veebs to get his time to shine. It's happened before. It's not out of the question that we end up getting Viva. Alright, luckily we saved. Alright. I thought the game crashed. I was gonna fucking lose my mind. Okay, journal. You're gonna tab over and some reports. There we go. Alright, so Combo Master is in Pride Lands. Oh, I can do Pride Lands now. I think my stats should be high enough to where, like, the first initial fight shouldn't dick me. Even without Reflect. Negative combos on Master Form's Keyblade. Okay. Flash Step is in Source Heart, so it's on level up, and then Finishing Leap is in Olympus Coliseum, and that's just in a chest somewhere. Okay. Well, we got all these, so we might as well slap them on. That we love that 6 defense, Cosmic Belt. Finally take this shit off. Final Fire and Hyper Healing, and then Goofy, all you get is damage control. A defense boost. Our defense is up to 7. Oh no, 19. I'm sorry, because I slapped on all the rest of this shit. Oh, the tracker stuff. That's why. Right. There we go. Our trackers, our defense is at 19. I think that's plus everything else that we're wearing too. So we're doing pretty well. Yeah, I think I will head to Pride Lands to get that shit. I'll do another save. Security. Yeah, we'll do Pride Lands and then we'll do Agrabah because I think we should be more than prepared to like tackle everything else. There's the combo master. You know what? I'll ask you, Antonio, because you run a whole lot of Randa too. How do you personally feel about like the stat shit, like the extra shit that you, the extra stat boost that you get? Because I was honestly thinking about like turning those off and making them shop only, if only because I do kind of like the danger of critical mode of going through and being able to like get your shit rocked. But at a certain point, you just end up shit stomping everything. And as much as I like glass cannon runs, it is like, I was thinking about maybe shaking it up a little bit. And of course, there is a way to make it so that you only realistically like go through. I think Sham, I was watching last night, he was doing like a critical level 1 rando run, which I don't know if I'm ready for that necessarily, but
Gather. Yeah. Gather. Yeah.
there we go. I'm sort of the same, but the power fantasy is real for me. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, is like I really do love like the hyper strength rando runs, but I could definitely see myself at a certain point being like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to be like super overpowered heading into this. It's just fun having like that sense of danger. The only problem with that is that like I would definitely have to do a couple of practice runs where like boss rando is off to get back in the habit, because you definitely would run the risk of getting into certain situations where like, take objective rando, right? Ideally you would have world visits locked for that, getting like hard gated to where you can't have your stats kind of like help you out in that case, and you run into, I don't know, like Data Zexion or some shit like that. Definitely just is not, it's not ideal, it's not fun. But everything is kind of scaled, so I'm assuming, and this game does have really good stat scaling. Like enemies actually hit for a little bit less, regardless of your stats, it's more your abilities that matter. It's not like you're going to be doing chip damage against enemies most of the time anyway, because this game has really good damage floors and calculations behind it. I definitely think it could be interesting. But yes, we'll do a trial run of it. Ribbon is nice. And another thunder. It's only 2 spells, but they're turbocharged. Alright. Hey, it's my favorite. Here's the question, is it good? Alright, another berserk charge. Alright, shot in the dark. It's been real good. Oh. What? 1-2 light and darkness is rough, man. I'll take that finishing plus though, that makes up for it. It sucks. EP boost. One, two finishing darkness is just, that's disgusting. Final form at least. Yeah, I mean when I find a form it'll be easy. Like I can get that, but that blows. This world also did not turn blue, which means that it's behind one of the bosses or behind one of the encounters. Here's the thing though, I don't have reflect yet, so we're not gonna do the hyena fight. I will take everything else though. I'll take that finishing plus. We gotta find some forms. I think we're gonna find our first form in Agrabah. That's my guess. Level-wise, we're not that high either. PC decided to auto-update while I was gone. Ah, no problem. As it does. We already had one crash because I'm stupid and decided to head into the character file menu. I also had to switch to the PC version of the game because this, the PS2 emulator this piece of shit was running on, decided to just not read my controller.
Yeah. Back off. Yeah. This is it.
You cannot say, oh, okay.
It's over. It's over.
Can I say any variation?
Yeah.
I'm getting wombo comboed. Of course, like, redeeming that for that word, it's just gonna make me sound like like a blithering, like, idiot most of the time. I'm gonna sound insane. We're final form.
Yeah.
No, not even duh. It's just like, we're final form. Final form not here. We're proof. As long as it's not verbatim, okay. I can handle that. I don't really know what the punishment is. I didn't actually think about what the punishment would be. Or, damn it, see. I didn't think of a punishment for the word ban. What we got? Take that elixir off before I accidentally use it. Tee. No, I want to say I had it set up that it was only like a 5-minute ban. And I had to correct me on that because I don't actually... Yeah, I can actually look at the channel points. Hold on, we'll start it when I check that. To make it fair. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. Alright, I can spin that. What are we at? We're at 8:25. We could start that now, then. I'll make it worth your while. If I say the word, the punishment is that I also can't save for 10 minutes, so I'm at the mercy of this fucking PC port. Is that fair? Yeah, I'm gonna come to regret that, but I can hold true. I can lock in. You might think 10 minutes is like a small amount of time. With this port? No. Chances are pretty high. Sword attack buddy for you. Oh, we found torn pages. Sweet. Second visit, here we come, buddy. Get out of my way. Should I go check it now? No. We'll do the rest of this. Wishing lamp. Are you good? Please? Eh, fire boosting bad. 0.7. I mean, it's tight. It's tight. Nice.
Back off. This is it.
No, you don't. Or boost power stone. Maximum MP. Oh boy. Yeah, man. Let me see. Mega Elixir. What are you? Alright, place your bets. This is good. Air combo boost. Okay. Stats. Place your bets. This is good. Naomi says no. Let's see. Not the worst. This is better than the... Alright, yeah, I failed. Alright, so I can't save. Whatever. This is better than the last couple of runs. It's way better than the last couple of runs because it's like... Last couple of ones were... Yeah, 9-7. Because like... Most of the time you get... 2-1. Or some shit. Oh, that's a problem. Let's just... Yeah, let's just... Yeah, let's just... Yeah, just... Yeah. Or you get a bullshit ability on it, like, you know, oh wow, fucking light and darkness, or limit, or reaction boost, or something like that. And it's like, that's really cool, man. I was kind of looking for something a little bit better, something a little bit more useful. Proof. Damn. That's a problem. I don't feel like dealing with these guys. I just realized I don't have like any forms. I have Thunder. I could have just done that, but there we go. I just realized still no forms in any of those chests. Got a whole bunch of other shit. I mean, granted, we got a proof, so I'm not like upset about it, but Diamond Ring. I think proofs are honestly going to be on level up. There's a lot of worlds we haven't checked yet, but that's kind of where my mind is right now, of where I think we're going to be. Thank God for that explosion. Alright, you.
Okay.
Ah, damn. Almost had that.
There.
Nope, not you. Not you. These guys, there we go. Nice. Whoever was in charge and put like parry frames on aerial dodge really needs like an actual raise. More torn pages, torn page city, and wisdom form, and we're done. Our first form. And the world turned blue. Here's what I'm thinking. If we go in now, I can level up Wisdom Form with this. We are playing a pretty dangerous game, though, because the odds of dying here are still pretty high, but we have more than enough magic to deal with everything. How many ethers do I have? Go and use that. I only have 2. So yeah, pretty risky game. I mean, it'll only kick me back out here, so it's not really like I'm losing that much progress. You know what? Sure. Is Herc in this game? Yeah, in Olympus. We have access to that. Oh yeah, these guys do drop MP orbs too, so yeah, we're ultra chilling. But no, Herc is in this game. Based.
Let's go.
And like that, Wisdom Form is fully leveled up for now. We need to go check the chests in here. Defense boost. Majestic mushrooms are really nothing. Nothing crazy anyway. Alright. I didn't go to Hollow Bastion. Or Twilight Town for that matter. I'm gonna hold off on this for now though. I think 100 Acre is probably the move because we have those 2 torn pages. They're just easy checks to get out of the way. Once more. Money. And aerial spiral, alright. And insta-clear because we have that thing from Archipelago. Makes life a hell of a lot easier actually checking this shit. That's why like waiting to get a whole bunch of torn pages is kind of the move, because you can go in and just do a whole bunch of checks at once. Finishing plus. That's great. Accessory. Follow the wind. This has a negative combo on it, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's probably better for right now. Soldier Earring. We can definitely go with all this shit. Good defense across the board. And clear. Goofy looks like he just hit the fattest dab and now he doesn't even know what a Mickey Mouse is. Bro's chilling. Look at him. This fuck ass dog, dude. only sees him as Charles Entertainment Cheese now. Oh my god, I really wish the camera was lower so I can get the shot of the KH1 shot. Antonio knows what I'm talking about, where you're just right up in his mouth. This proportion feels off, doesn't it? Hold on. Hey, Naomi, if she's still there, unless she's in like grinds hell. Or at least Antonio. Am I crazy? Isn't Goofy taller than Sora in KH3? Am I bugging? Oh yeah, use the stairs? Yeah, you're right. Hold on. So I can angle this up, right? There we go. Oh yeah, you're a genius. There you go. It's horrifying. Also, yeah, I think he is taller. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they emphasized that because he's, you know, Sora's just a bab in KH1, so maybe they wanted to emphasize that he's, you know, in a little bit more grown. I mean, it's only been a year, but I feel like they revert that because Goofy like is a tall motherfucker, actually, like canonically. This is a horrifying angle, man. Anyway, the 10-minute save is up because I fucked up. But before I do that, before I save, I think we're going to hit our first, like, 10-minute break. I'm going to make some more coffee. Maybe get myself a little bit to snack on and stretch a little bit. So, I'll be back in about 10. Until then, go ahead and do the same for yourselves. And we'll jump back in and do, I think, either Twilight Town or Hollow Bastion after. All right. I also thought about something too. Before we even think about going to Hollow Bastion, now that we have that Keyblade, let's go ahead and try to force Final Form. Probably best to get it over with now before we actually go into Twilight Town. It also helps that the first area in Twilight Town we can actually use it to level. Also, side note about the break screens. I hope everyone's enjoying those. I'm also glad that for those of you that saw like the preview in that I either sent it to or posted in like Discord, that y'all like that edit. I'm hoping to actually make bumpers for that during the break screens. I think it'd be a nice little in between them. Aesthetically, it'd be nice, but I think it'd also be a really interesting way to announce like a stream schedule. If I could just have like a subset of A, B, and C footage for whatever game that I'm trying to do, and then put that out week to week, which is a bitch and a half to edit, and it's even worse to try to like render out. But I think it's a nice little touch. It fits the channel very, very well. It's in Creation Hub if y'all haven't seen it. I did see, Austin, you commented on it earlier, and I think Alex did too. I don't know, I feel something's off on the editing on that, but like, we'll figure that out later. Like the filters really adds to the vibe. Yeah. I appreciate that. I need to go back to the start. It's like my the only like grinding area that I trust, because I don't know if it actually resets drive in between areas here. Needs a bit crunch symbol and clean to avoid the DMCA. Are you talking about the bumpers? Or are you talking about like the break screen I just ran? Because I was thinking about doing that. The problem is I'm pretty sure like the DMCA might still pick up on that. I could be wrong. Shit. Spilled my coffee. Both. I could try it out. Give it a shot, see if it fucks with it or not. Alright, let's go force this thing.
Let's go.
Nope. It doesn't, yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know why that happens in this world specifically. Here's what I'll do. I don't mind spending those because we have money now. Let me try that back at the other save point to see if maybe that does it. Maybe it's based off of the new location or the new like save point that you unlock. I've never tested that when it comes to this game, so I genuinely don't know. And we'll go like here.
Light.
No. It is the new location.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm assuming that's the game's way of making it so that if you head into an area and you're already like fully prepared to take on whatever's next, but previous areas you're already used to, and it's not like you're running into anything like dangerous. I think that's like a fair way of doing it. That's interesting. That's a really interesting way of coding it.
Light.
There you are. What's your Keyblade, brother? 3-3 combo plus? Now, air combo boost is actually better for that. We're also gonna go. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah, I think I don't know, I'm really enjoying like making those things too. The editing for that one last night, I mean, it's still a work in progress, so it's not done, but that took a good amount of time. I was sweating call like splicing up the footage for that. But I think like actually applying effects and everything else like that, it was the most fun part of it. It's genuinely just splicing footage that I don't enjoy. I'm trying to get timings. That shit reminds me of working on animations for games. Because it's the same exact thing of like, the timing is off, so I gotta redo that, I gotta do this, and then get that. And it's a goddamn nightmare. But I'm hoping like with time, it'll get a little bit easier, and then I can get a little more fancy with it. Also required me of watching like a good amount of Toonami footage back just to remember like what the fuck it was supposed to look like. I don't think I put on that other finishing plus either. Hold on. Oh, I think I completely forgot about my abilities. I did. Aerial Spiral. Both finishing pluses. Once more. I can't believe I forgot about that one. Ogre Shield. You know, all these cage mods that are coming out, one of the things I really hope that they actually manage to do at some point, because I've seen it done with some of like, I forgot his name, but he did like the Vanitas mod and the Aqua mod and things like that. And of course, like, you have the Roxas mod, which uses moves that are repurposed from this game, like Roxas's Light Pillars and like Blizzard and shit like that. I really do hope that mods get super advanced one of these days for this game in particular. That shit like Stop gets added back in. Because I really do wonder like what certain abilities that other games have, like Sleep or Stop, would look like if they were in this game. Like, there's so many DDS ability or DDD abilities that I would love to see in this, like Faraga Burst. What's the gravity one where like he puts them in like a gravity whip and they fucking, he like slings them around. I forget the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Can we hit it? Okay. There we go. Cause shit like flow motion is gonna be a little bit tough as far as physics go and everything else like that, and it'll look wonky. But I'm sure that, like, in theory, you could get different commands in, provided that you put in like custom animation data, hitbox data, and everything else like that, which we already have for this game. I'm not saying it would be easy, but I am saying that I think it would be. I'd like to see it. Granted, we might not even have to, because we already technically have that for KH3. I'm pretty sure Stop is an ability already in-game with Young Xehanort, let alone like an ability that Sora can just use. Like, coding new abilities in that game is not necessarily hard. That engine is phenomenal as far as like modding goes. I have to play 3 on stream one of these days. Alright, so I'm going through here because I actually like checking the second round of chests in Hollow Bastion afterward. Just because, like, when you have Glide, it's super easy. You can stop right before, like, the wave of nobodies to get to fight in the Demix fight. It just helps move things along. The KH2 overhaul for 3 is gonna hit like crazy style. It already has. The fact that like the moves are ported in, Flomo still works and everything else like that. The like spells are already in, so you already have shit like Reflect. You have the way that KH2 style moves works. It's all there. The only thing that's really missing is just enemy AI, which is the big problem. Enemies do like they some of the enemies in there are actually pretty alright as far as their moves go. The problem is that they're just not aggressive. They move like they've been hit with like a lethal dose of Adderall. Like enemies in there just don't have any sort of like drive to them. To the point where it's like, yeah, that's really the only thing. Enemy waves and the way that like enemy encounters are designed and their AI, and that game would be close to flawless in terms of the amount of shit that you can do in it, modded or unmodded. Like a working drive system. I'm the biggest fan of it. If anyone else claims to be, they are liars. I believe it. You've all been here for every stream. Most of them anyway. Which I appreciate, by the way. Oh man, you want to talk about like opportunities that they need to get working on. You know, one of the things from DDD that was in a KH3 trailer that did not make it into base KH3. And if Naomi is still there, she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Naomi, do you remember in the KH3 trailers where they showed off you being able to flow-mo off of enemies like you could like the big dudes in DDD? I know why they cut that, because it's like there are too many enemies in an area and it probably like glitched out and was buggy like crazy, right? And they're like, listen, we got way too much time, or we got way too little time to actually like fuck around with it and everything else like that. We're just gonna fucking change it and shit like that. But man, do I wish they kept that. Like being able to dash into enemies and just do like flow-mo tricks off of them was you know, it's like you didn't do much with it in DDD. It was just to sling an enemy forward. But there's so much you could have done with that, man. That would have been like, you could have done enemy step with that. You could have done like cool, unique way. You could have done that the same way that like reaction commands work, where they're like per enemy. That would have been so sick. But again, I understand why they cut it. Killing Heartless at the same time after flow-mowing them off, causing Sora to be sent straight into the UE4 test room left of the game files. Yeah, like, functionally, I can guarantee you that the reason why they cut that is because of shit like that, where it was like, it probably fucked up and it didn't feel good. So, you know, time-wise, it just makes sense to be like, hey, listen, you gotta cut your darlings, which is like, that sucks for anybody. But, man, if they had gotten that working. And because think about this for a minute, right? You got aerial dodge. You can't like continue to aerial dodge afterward. It works like any other jump, where it's like you double jump, you can't do it again until you hit the ground. So imagine a situation where like you double jump, you flow-mo into an enemy, you jump off of them, you keep your double jump, you just flow through the air. Like shit like that is that would be a dream game. Because I was talking about this at one point with Yuki and others, where we were discussing like KH as a platformer and how inconsistent across games the platforming has been. Like obviously in KH1 people complained because it was very, very stiff, and rightfully so, it is very stiff. But the reason why I don't think it should have been cut is this game plays fine, it's super smooth, and then they just didn't have it until you have like Cavern, and it's only half of the damn Cavern that you realistically like do any sort of platforming, and it's not particularly hard. I think a situation where you would have used, like, you could have come up with more interesting, like, platforming mechanics, and obviously, like, in DDD and in 3, they do have decent platforming, but because you get all of your abilities so early to navigate it, it's not necessarily like a platforming challenge so much as it is just an ability to get around a little bit faster. Or a means to get around a little bit faster. I think that coming up with more creative platforming challenges to get to specific chests that forces you to kind of like piece together your movement abilities like puzzle pieces, while also utilizing like enemy fights to where it's just like, oh yeah, sometimes you got to use enemies in order to get to a specific place, would have been like godlike for that game. On top of the fact that I just want abilities to kind of mean something in the environment. Again, because that's another thing from KH1 that's been missing from almost every game in this series. Like, man, you want to talk about like dream ideas? Like that's the shit that gets me and keeps me up at night about KH design. It's not a negative against KH design. It's just a potential thing of like that would be grounds for one of the best games like ever made ever. The fact that we can air step to enemies is a plus, though, which, I mean, is probably the closest that we're going to get if shot locks are going to continue to exist from Cage 3 onward. Like, if they're keeping them in 4. Also, I'm sorry your tummy hurts. I hope you feel better soon. Soon, TM. That's cool and all, but you're missing out on the hot new craze of battle passes, seasonal content drops, collabs, and a halfway okay-ish game. Oh, you're so right. I forgot about that famous Sakurai quote, why play Peak when you could play Slop? I think he said that, before Smash 4 came out. You're going to have to correct me on that. That's my thing, man. This is like, it's, you know, small rant. I think this is also why when Cage 3 was coming out and people were complaining about like some of the combat with it. Don't get me wrong, some of those complaints were fucking ridiculous, and wildly misleading. Like, is Cage 3's combat the best? No. Saying it was ass is crazy. Like, I don't buy that for a second. However, when people were, you know, on their usual shit of, oh, well, all you want is like a Cage 3 clone, or a Cage 2 clone, excuse me. It was like, no, because I'll be honest, like, Cage 2 has a shit ton of problems already. Like, we'll talk about that at some point. Let's talk about the fact that, like, outside of critical mode, this game basically has, like, no reason to use half of the shit that's in it. Number one. The fact that environments are, like, as empty and lifeless as they ever have been. Outside of like enemy encounters, which granted they put a shit ton of work into the combat, I'm not denying that, and that's probably where like most of the money went. But like, no, this game, as fun as it is, and we just heaped a bunch of praise on it when we were back in Disney Castle, it has potential to be even better if expanded upon. That's kind of why I'm so excited for KH4 as I am, because it's just like they definitely have their own unique style moving forward, and I really want to see what they end up doing with it, because I think that like that team has all of the right fucking ideas moving forward, especially post Remind. Oh, what am I doing? Sitting here yapping, I completely forgot I have this shit. A real dive. Grand Ribbon, that's nice.
It's over. This is it. Gather. Back off.
But yeah, make no mistake about it. Like, I
It's over.
am so excited for the future of the series, but like, I always get woken up just because of
Gather.
game design brain of, man, the shit that you could do with X, Y, and Z.
Take this. Back off. Yeah. Take this. This is it. Take this.
It's like that fucking meme of the wife laying next to the husband, right, or boyfriend, or whoever it is, like that stock image, and they're they're laying next to each other. The wife is looking at the husband, going like, "I bet he's thinking about other women," and it's just me on the other end being like, "But Flow Motion 2." KH4 is gonna have all the best feeling gameplay, but with the level design of Arendelle. Listen, if that's what it takes to get like the game of the generation, then fuck it, we ball. I'll take a game that plays like God but has whack level design. Case in point, I'm playing this game right now. I'm moving through these levels like somebody that isn't afraid of this PC port. Can't be real 10 out of 10. It has to nerf itself to keep the market fair. Fuck the fair market, bro. Have it, like, name me a better action game that's come out since like another action RPG rather, because action game, I mean, you could say like the DMC 5 and shit like that. Name a better action RPG that's come out since this game. I'll wait. My thoughts exactly. I can hear that one person in the background. DMC, not DMC. I can hear one person in the background now, just shouting towards the heavens. Dark Souls 2.
Gather. Yeah.
You're thinking Rebirth and Remake right now, and honestly, like, those are valid answers. BBS, yeah, you're so right. BBS plays better than this game. It's a joke I make all the time, where every single time I die in this game. I mean, you've heard it. I haven't said it on stream, but you've heard it before, where I die in this game and just go, this game sucks. 3's the better game. And this game really pisses me off. I'm like, bro, DDD is the better game.
Gather. Ha. Gather. Ha. Back off. Ha. Take this. Ha.
More like BPL. Let's see.
Gather.
Notice we haven't actually found shit in Twilight Town Visit 1, which is kind of shocking. We normally find something good early on. I'm genuinely surprised that we have not found anything worth a damn. In Twilight Town Promise? Are they in this chest? Damn it. Now we can go ahead and slap these on though. Yeah, we got the grand ribbon, so that's just really better. So our stats are looking pretty nice right now, all things considered. I'll shoot through all these. And we'll see where we are. I mean, our stats are always going to look good, but they're not, oh, just the gear. Man. Yeah, no, these are actually pretty good, nice right now. 39, 40, 27. If we find either the magnet, then we can do the funny for 1K. Or just stare at the ground and launch magnets. Try to sham for... I don't think people know that was a thing.
But wait a sec.
Yeah, I know, I got automated. It's funny. Twitch always does that, where when someone types out a message, it gets like auto-modded and then I had to approve of it. It's like you sent that and Twitch immediately was just like, this has a sex word in it. Are you sure that, you know, I'm like, Twitch? It's fine. Trust me. It's okay. It automated that, but not nudes. Yeah, I don't know. PG stream, gotta be careful. More like PG era. Oh, she's typing up his dissertation right now to me why the PG era was actually good. You know what? That's gonna be that's your homework. Actually, that's your challenge. Name one thing about the PG era. Okay, tell me why the PG. This is a challenge for you. Whether or not you believe it or not, it's just funny. Convince me that the PG era of WWE was good without using the words John Cena or CM Punk once. Santino Marella. Yeah, you know what? He was pretty cool. Outside of that Mania 25 shit, but... David, what think about the PG era? I can't. Yeah, I know. I was about to hit you with the brother sweating right now. I thought you were gonna hit me with the Jack Swagger. Yep, fuck. Trinity limit. All right. Guard breaks. We got another finisher, which is nice. That'll help out. Now we can do like 3 of them. Executives ring in case we need more AP. I don't think we will. Get out of here. Get out of here. Not everything about Santina though. That Santina bit is kind of minimizing with a lot of women's era at the time with hot ass. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that Mania 25 shit. That's like egregious. That's why people were insane, like talking about like, you know, I think that the show was better when Vince was booking it and everything else like that. At least it had this flair, and it's just like, yeah, but with that you also get the bad. Like, I don't think people realize you can't do that. You can't just like take all the good parts of a person's booking and just be like, well, yeah, outside of all this bad stuff, I mean, it's pretty neat. It's like, it doesn't work like that, dude. Like, listen, there's a lot of good about Triple H's booking, but there's also a lot of ass about Triple H's booking. Unfortunately, you get both. It'd be awesome if we could just program like the perfect cell of wrestling bookers where it's just like, oh yeah, I want like Triple H's booking and like Vince's showmanship, and I want like New Japan Ghetto from like 2013's booking, like 2017's booking, and I want you know, dusty roads and like put it all together. And it's like, nah, man. It's when R-Truth accidentally went into the Romans Rumble. He didn't take somebody's spot. Yeah. Well, this wasn't played for laughs of, man, the women's division sucks, right, guys? Like, that's the shit that kills me about that. No, I need to take orange. Shit. Yeah, like the fact that that entire women's division around that time was just played for jokes is really just rough. And a lot of people were like, well, I mean, yeah, but the women couldn't wrestle. And I'm like, yeah, granted, sure, yeah, they couldn't wrestle because a lot of them weren't wrestlers. They were kind of semi-trained, but they weren't like in it for the business. But then again, I had to ask the question, well, then who was in charge of the hiring process? Because last time I checked, I didn't hire them. No one else did. It was the company itself. So you can't just be like, oh, well, you know, the wrestlers aren't that great, so we're just going to treat them like idiots. And it's just like, they are on your payroll. You are in charge of that. And then eventually they got the memo later on when, like, NXT was doing its thing. And they had the horsewomen doing their thing. And, like, that division just stepped up. Or if you follow official WWE lore, Stephanie McMahon invented women's wrestling. In 2016, never forget. All right. Take your bet. Who's the boss of this going to be? If it's Grim Reaper 2, I will, I'll cry. Mostly because I only have, like, one fucking spell that's usable on this guy. It could also be Data Axel. I've gotten that a couple of times. I've noticed that this particular part of the game has favorites. Literally, the rando the same kind of bosses every time. I think only once I've gotten something different. It was like Larkstein. Let's see. No, the final Xemnas VV Dream is dead. Fuck. At least we got Valor form. I'll take that. Damn it, that means Lingering Will. Then again, Lingering Will Phil bet still active. Or not Phil, not Lingering Will. Fucking Final Xemnas Pete still on the board. Hades Vicious Guard of the Underworld. A child. That child's cracked. Have you played 9? We'll get there. Alright, what's the 510 Lucky? Is there anything else we can put on this that... Hercules? No, everything else is either weaker or it has like a shit. Well, not weaker as far as strength goes. Realistically, I mean, like, the magic stat for this doesn't really matter, so yeah, damage control might be better. Alright. Bonk. And a magic boost. Ain't bad. I mean, it's not exactly what I was looking for, but I'll take it. There he is. The upscaling did not do you justice. There was something here, actually, wasn't there? Hold on. We actually didn't even check this answer report. Guard break, yeah, we found that in experience boosts. All of Ash, we also found that. Or I think we found it. Finishing leap is here somewhere. Right, magnet burst. Space paranoids, that's what it was. It wasn't here. And a blizzard, and the world's blue. But we're gonna go ahead and check the rest of these chests because it doesn't take that long. And then we'll back out. Probably closer to... Closer to the fight. I'm not going to get up there. Closer to the Demix fight. Boost. Can upgrade to glide, thank God. It means we can move around a lot faster and we won't hit the ground. Answer report 8, which I'll read in a second. Good lord! I'll peep that. Fucking... I heard the fucking honking. Protect belt. All right. Give me another second, by the way. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, so let's see. I hope we find a proof here, too, honestly, because, like... This is what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Actually, we won't, because this world's blue now, but in the next couple of worlds, I think I might do... Twilight Town 2 next, just to kind of clear it out. I mean, granted, all that is just was one fight, but there is a check, technically, and I have final form. No reflect either, which is very weird. And get out of here. Alright, we got those two. We gotta check. Finishing plus is 100 acre. I think we found that one already too. And in Pride Lands. Okay. No chicken either. And he'll be useful for grinding in base paranoids. No. Speaking of easy places to grind up, and we got Valor, so this will be super fun. I know I need that. Give me that. Alright, I gotta let this play out. Everyone's favorite cutscene.
Remember, girl, and leg. About time we got some grub.
Hey, no cutting. Gather. Yeah. Ha.
Every time.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do these. The one I hate to do is the search. This one sucks, man. Let me tell you why. These little fuckers just love to just waste time by sinking into the ground so that you can't hit them. So you get to hit them, either bop them right when they come back up, or sometimes they'll just climb back into the ground, pop up just to taunt you for like, I don't know, 2 frames, and then just sink back into the ground. Can't hit with magic, can't do anything. You just gotta wait. Because they gotta snake around and do their horse shit. And go into business for themselves.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm gonna tell you too. The fact that all these worlds are turning blue, but Pride Land still remains like open because we haven't done the boss for it yet, because we haven't found like the chest, does not fill me with any sort of
Yeah. Take this.
hope. I sense a ground shaker in my future. I'm not really happy about it.
This is it. Yeah. Yeah. over. Gather.
What am I doing? Yeah, just fucking do that. Nice.
It's over. Yeah.
Oh. There we go. I was supposed to level up Valor there, but I didn't have Goofy up, and I just figured it'd be best to get it done and over with. There'll be plenty of other opportunities to level up Valor. In fact, there actually is one if we go and finish off Agrabah. The mushroom down there is one of the best. I think it's the best spot for Valor grinding, outside of the second visit of this place. Only problem is that I don't have any of the shit that I need in order to do Shan Yu skip for this place either, so we're kind of up Shit's Creek.
Take this. Gather. Back off.
MP, or no, HP, I think that was. Yeah, HP again. Aerial finish, I'll take that.
Gather.
Yeah, the ring. It's still not finding Dick. What's going on? The other finishing plus. Shot in the dark might be. I really need two of those on. I don't. I do need that MP Stera though. Shot in the dark. I think that we're probably gonna find something in this world, but my guess it might be in the throne room, which means that this is gonna be second visit, which is fine because it's not like worlds are locked out to us. But I can feel it on the horizon.
Gather. Yeah. Back off. Gather.
Yeah, this would be the perfect fucking wisdom form area.
Yeah, it's over.
Or limit form area for that matter. This fucking spot.
Gather.
Figure that out because I don't trust any of that. It's not like we have any worry about dying though. Hey, Austin, did you ever decide what you wanted to stream first, by the way? Or are you doing Balatro?
Ha! It's over. Take this. Ha! 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 Back off. Ha! This is it.
Four finishers is sweet. I need that Magna Burst. I might go to fucking Space Paranoids next just to see if it's in this first couple of checks.
It's over. Take this. This is it. Ha! 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 Back off. Ha! Take this. This is it. Ha! Back off. Take this. Ha! It's over. Back off.
We love a little bit of extra strength and HP, or AP.
Back off. Ha! It's over. Ha!
I feel like I'm gonna do Balatro. Actually, I have some assets for Pokemon Emerald that I might use, so I may do a rando of that. Ooh. I just want to try doing karaoke stream at a point. That'll be fun. Hell yeah. Now, the question is, what kind of karaoke? Oh, if you need a Emerald overlay, let me know too, because I think I have one that I was working on in case I ever do it, but I don't mind like switching it up and seeing if I can do something with it for you. It just doesn't have any moving pieces, it's just a static page. Wait. Did the... I'm not crazy. There was like a burning sound effect over here. Like on the left. And it sounded like it was left over from like the cutscene or something like that. I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, there it is. That's weird. That's like a sound glitch. Anyway. Also, yeah, no problem. I'll do like a mock-up of it at some point this week and send it on over to you, see if you want to use it. And then if not, that I got some extra like Pokemon graphics that I paid for at one point. That I can send on over to you to see if those would be better. Based. Will it kill? Nice. Yeah, I need all my drive forms, unfortunately, for this. I'll switch out. By all means, I'd be grateful. Mostly just to have a pixel art of myself and the world. Yeah, no problem. I got you. Just remind me to send those on over whenever I can. Alright, now here's the problem that we have, right? I have... What do we have as far as abilities go? I have the aerial dodge, and I have the glide level for this. The only thing I don't have is the high jump, so this wouldn't have worked either way. But, for those that don't know, there's a skip that you can do where you can double jump in the air. You go down to, like, master form while you're halfway in between. Jump over, there's an invisible wall over here, and you can just glide on over to the door and just go to the next area that's normally locked until after the second visit, or during the second visit. So you can just skip this entire boss fight entirely, but we're not so lucky. We pretty much have to do this. And I didn't save, which is already a problem in and of itself. In fact, I think I'm going to go back and do that now that I say that. That's a really long trek back. So, bets on what that boss is. I think that, honestly, might be the will fight. It could also just be nothing, and it'll be like, I don't know, Yuffie or some shit. Alright, now that we saved... Let's see. Got these magics. AP. Alright. Let's see what we got. Please be a good boss. This isn't the worst thing in the world, I'll take it. Yeah, this isn't the worst thing in the world. We can burst him down. The only problem is he doesn't stagger for shit. Yeah, this should be good. There we go. Oh, we got Fire and Blizzard. There we go. And the world's still not blue. So unless we're about to get something now, like, we gotta come back here. No. Yeah, we gotta come back. Alright, fire and blizzard. That means that Port Royal is fully open to us too. I mean, we could have done it at any time, but I just like having all of my magic. It'll be easy enough. We'll pop in and grab whatever this is. I just want to see what the chests are and see if we actually have to fight Storm Chaser or not. Right after I do this. I need that final experience. And I need to grind up my forms, but we only have 3. Hey! Okay. Hey, Antonio, you lost. I'm sorry. The Pete. This Pete, at the very least, is just... That's it. That's not Final Zemnis, so... Place your bets. Wow, mage earring. God. Shut up.
It's over. Thunder. This is it.
There we go. Now we can go to the throne room and see what's there. I wonder if I can actually do that other skip, the Riku skip, because you could do that one too. I might not have enough juice to actually do it though, because the amount of high jumps and aerial dodges you need in order to get through that area is just the big thing. If you don't have it, you're pretty much cooked. Whoa, okay. I don't think this is gonna kill, but my magic stat's pretty high, let's say. Nope. Just do a shit ton of damage though. There's Genie. He was on Valor form level 3, I think? No, level 2. Get out of that. Okay, can I do this? No, I don't have nearly enough height. Damn shame.
Wait.
That's fine though.
Let's do this together.
I'll handle this.
Mushu. Take this. For China. Give me strength. This is it.
There's Flash Step. Hey, bud. There we go. No finals MP? Yeah, no, sadly. We're kind of screwed on that. We could get other Pete, though. We haven't seen him. Like the one you fight in Olympus and the one that you fight at the end of Timeless River, TR. First Medallion. Decisive Pumpkin, it's my other favorite. An item slot. Yeah, so the world turned blue, so that cure was pretty much it. That was the big thing. Okay. And we don't have to fight Storm Rider. So overall, not bad, but again, we need more shit. I think I might head into... Let me think about this. Because we got a couple of worlds that we haven't just flat out done yet. Like, I haven't done Simulated Twilight Town yet, and I haven't done Port Royal. I haven't done Space Paranoids either, and I might jump in there so I can actually go and grab and see if the Magnet Burst is in there. I'm hoping that it's not later on in the level after you do like the first cube part, because I kind of want to save that for leveling up. Or you can go check it though.
Back off.
Yeah, but Austin, if you do a Pokemon Emerald like rando, then I definitely need to check that out, because here's the thing. I've been playing Pokemon with a close friend of mine. I really want to get into the actual like randos for it. I just have no idea what the flow is, because I've never like sat down and watched one. It sounds pretty fun though. Gotta head up to see a movie. Hey, enjoy the movie, man. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Love you. All y'all that are out here supporting me, I appreciate it. Oh, remind me to message you later on too, if you're still there, about editing some shit. Yeah, they are really fun. I'd be grateful to have you watch. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. Okay, so we got that combination boost. Let's hope and pray. Okay, ready. Checked all those. That was a dodge roll, so this is our last chest before we got the opening part. And a present. Okay, yeah, no, it's later on in the level. Damn. So we'll back out and view elsewhere after this. The person that did those emotes on Etsy, I very much appreciate. They did really good work on that. I want to get more emotes, I just don't know what else I would get them based off of. I was thinking about making my own. It would just take a while, because you need to do like vector art for it, and I have no experience with it whatsoever. Well, I'm not gonna say no experience, but I'm not very familiar with vector art. And I could just do traditional art. Whoa, what am I doing? I could just do traditional art for it, like just regular like a PNG, which is probably the smart thing to do. But I'd want them to be as clean as possible, or at least relatively clean as possible, so that they scale well. Okay, let's set up so that we can actually go in here without completely getting fucked. We are set up pretty well. Fire is going to be our big one. Let's hope that we can find some shit. Elixir. Oh, Winter's Proof. And a Full Bloom. Not the proof we're looking for, but I'll take it if it's good. What do we got? I need boost 10-8. Kind of lacking, I'll be honest. Trinity Limit will definitely take. Another draw. Take the fire boost. I didn't check what abilities they've been unlocking, actually. They haven't really been unlocking much. Right, we do have another limit, Tornado Fusion. So that's Swirligoof.
Aztec treasury.
This fuck-ass cutscene. Oh.
It's over.
Yeah, they won't do much of anything. The other cool part about doing this world later is that because of how massively swole our fucking stats are. Which, I mean, yeah, we're basically just going to be rocking through this because this world is kind of finicky. In the sense that doing anything, this is one of those worlds we're playing on critical. It's like you definitely got to be on your P's and Q's. You can easily like fuck up in this area. I shouldn't have done that because I need the experience for killing Heartless. So you just end up like kind of sleepwalking through the world. Which is nice. Means easier checks. Mysterious Abyss, which is probably gonna be crap if I had to guess. Hey, our first reflects. Finally. Thank God. Finally, we got a reflect. So, yeah, the rest of that means that we can go and do Pride Lands and see what that's all about. That shouldn't dig us over now. It also means that some of the other shit is available to us too if we really want to. But let's go ahead and do this world just to kind of see what we got. The Black Pearl. A fun fact, you would think that you would have to actually do all these in order to actually progress. You could just go down here and then leave and it'll reload. Or not reload, but it'll just skip the fight and then you can continue on. Oh yeah, we need to turn all of our stuff into the Moogle. Yeah. We don't... There is an option in the rando to craft some of the stuff that we might need, so you might find like a fire or blizzard on here. I just started off because like grinding for that stuff is not the most fun or interesting. Detail I do want to point out though is like I love how good this world looks. Let's see. Go ahead and get rid of you all. Air Twister. Bonk. Insane people were sitting here going like, yeah, no, man, reaction commands are kind of lame. Like, it's amazing to me. That number interview where he came out and was like, hey, why are reaction commands back in Cage 4? Being like, oh, yeah, well, I took them out originally because people had complained that they were in, and I'm like, who? First of all, who's we? Like, first of all, because I didn't complain. I always thought that shit was cool. And some people out here just don't know game, man. Yeah, Nintendo Wii. It's like, I get it, like, this game is not very difficult, so you don't really need to use reaction commands all that often. But people were insane for thinking that we needed that out. That. Oh yeah, there's also another area here where like you can actually clip through this box if you're not careful. I forgot how to do it. You can clip through that and end up on the other side, but you can still get hit, so it's the downside. Oh. Yeah, for anyone that isn't familiar with this game, the gimmick to this and the reason why I mentioned that this game is, or this level, this world, is particularly, like, tough. They have the gimmick just like the movie where it's like you can't hit them. Like, I'll show you on purpose. I can't hit them while they're in shadow. I have to wait until they're in the moonlight in order for me to actually do damage. And the model changes, which is always cool. Some people hate this level. I actually like Port Royal a lot. It's just daunting because of that. But it actually provides some really cool, like, combat encounters, unlike most of the game, where the combat encounters are cool, but the level design does not matter at all. Whereas here, they were capable of being a little bit more keen with it. And there's a need to use magic because magic affects them in unique ways. Like, thunder will stun them so that they can't, like, move around so easily. Fire will have them, like, jumping around and running around like crazy. Blizzard will freeze them in place. Which is genuinely cool shit. You hold that. Out of here. There we go. Oh, no, I need to save. Apologies, by the way, I gotta do one more bathroom break, so BRB. There we go, we're back. Holy shit, Johnny Depp. Only in this series because you have Johnny Depp, Danny DeVito, and Santa. All in the same game. Fortnite's sweating. And still nothing. I wonder if I should have Reflect up for this next part, because I don't really need the fire. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we'll change that around.
Ha! Defense.
There we go. Let's see what we got here. Bond of Flame. Not really that useful, but I mean, I'll take it. And a Genji shield. Anything but a proof, man. Is the boss at least good? Please?
You really shouldn't have betrayed
Oh my god, throw it away. Oh, you're the story fight. Okay, thank god it's not the data.
Clever little sneak. Heads up.
Thank god I had Reflect on for this. You're an asshole, dude.
Back off.
Okay, now we're talking.
Nice. Fire. And Torn Pages. So we can go into 100 Acres still. And the world turned blue, so we are quickly running out of spots that we need to go. But now that we have Reflect, let's go finish off a couple of worlds. First off, the first world we visited, we just kind of abandoned, so we're gonna go check that. Because we found nothing here, but there are checks here because it's not showing blue for us on the tracker. Let's see what we got. Yule. Not Thresholder.
Yeah. Ha! This is it. Rah! It's over. Ha! Ha!
Whoa.
Ha! Ha!
Too early.
Yeah. Ha! Back off. Back off. Back off.
Release you. Where are you? You're gonna do this shit.
Back off. Yeah.
Yep.
Defense.
Nice.
Back off.
Where are you? There we go. Alright, that's not a bad boss placement at all. Here's the problem though. I was kind of hoping to see some of the datas early on because that meant that they wouldn't pop up in later areas. And now I'm worried because we haven't run into very many of them, which means they could actually end up taking us over in like Hollow Bastion, for example, behind or before 1K. They could also be in some of the later areas of the world that never was, and that's a huge problem. Not for me. It'll be entertaining for you, but... that'll be fine, though.
Nice view from up here. Now you just try dodging this.
Is your face broken?
That's right, away you go.
What happened to your face? That's a problem.
I'll swap you flat. That's right, away you go. Oh, baby. Now you just try dodging this. That's right, away you go. I'll swap you flat.
It's the gimmicks of this. You gotta fucking hit the treasure chest up and break the top. Luckily, we skipped most of the phases of this fight, so now it's just a one-phase fight. This fight takes fucking forever in base game because he gets invincibility and he has like HP gates. So he'll just end up like bypassing a lot of the shit that we end up doing to him. There you are.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Take this.
Yeah, his face is definitely broken. What's up? Why you look like that, bro? Is it broken in the cutscene? No. I think because they use a separate model for that. Also, there was nothing. You're telling me there was nothing in there, so I gotta do the second disc? Jesus. Alright, well. We put it off long enough. Let's go do Pride Lands. I'm so stupid we didn't actually check this. I forgot to do the second part of the cutscene. That would have been embarrassing as fuck if there was something behind there. Alright, so we're gonna go in and fight these hyenas. Hopefully they don't give us too much issue. With our magic damage, we should actually do a shit ton to them. I forgot to take off all the potions off of Simba, so he's freaking the fuck out there trying to heal Donald. Just let him die, man.
Can we be friends? No! Can we be friends?
Yeah, their health is going down a ton. There we go. Down on getting his whole. Yeah, like that's the problem because I haven't put anything on them. I probably should, right? Hold on. Because all my here's the thing, my defense. Like we pretty much got everything. See, I can slap some extra shit onto these guys. What do we got? Here, Donald, you can have the power bangle. Goofy, you can have this shit. Because I normally just save all the equipment for myself because why? I mean, like, the game doesn't end if they die. Alright, what's the boss?
That's more like it.
Of course it is. But it's the story, it's like story axle, so I can deal with this. Whoa. And Fantasia, we get Comet. Okay, so it's just a magnet. Well, that's great for 1K. That's terrible for us in general because it still means that we don't have like dick or ass to work with. But we do have a couple of torn page. Well, we have one torn page, so I can go check that. This world turns blue. I'm gonna lose my mind. Make a potion. Alright, another reflect. That's not bad. Still not blue. Alright, here's the plan. Because it realistically can only be in a couple of places. I'm gonna go do Twilight Town, visit 2, and then get access to visit 3 so I can check the rest of the chests there. If nothing is there, and we can't find either limit form, or we don't find like proof or anything else like that, I'm gonna go do the rest of Hollow Bastion to finish off and do like 1K. Because at that point, then that means that everything is either behind like Space Paranoids or Simulated Twilight Town. And I would rather not do Simulated Twilight Town right now. Dude, does he know what? There we go. Alright, we got a fire. So we're fully upgraded on fire, I think. Oh, he knows. There's a... I'm gonna start pushing a theory. I really wish that I had gotten into like YouTube and everything else like that ahead of time. I would have been on here pushing insane theories, being like, dude, Tigger is the master of masters. He's the guy. He's the dude. Proof? What do you mean proof? You don't need proof. I would have been lying like crazy and been like, yeah, dude, I got the inside hookup at Square. And make renders and everything else like that.
Let's go.
That's what I would have done with my time. That would have been a great use of my time. Lying to the cage community. Just wholesale. I think about that shit all the time, where it's just like, what if AI renders were ahead of the... Like, what if we had AI rendering way back then? Can you imagine, like, the fake leaks that you'd be able to pull?
Yeah. This is it.
Don't worry about it.
This is it. Ha. 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 Yes. Gather. Ha. It's over. Take this. Ha. Ha.
How many more of you do I need to kill to level up? Oh no, it's already fully leveled up, so this was a waste of time. Or waste of drive, rather. Well, it's fully leveled up for now. Oh, the chest in this area, right? Yeah. Be a Sarah. Tense. Great. That's what I needed. Let's see. Oh, another armor slot? Hey, Goofy, buddy, I'm gonna need that petite ribbon back. Sorry, that a little... Or, no, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna need that Buster Band back. You can have, enjoy that. I think that's all the treasures I need in this area. No, there's another one. It just decided that I got an achievement for that. I don't know what the fuck it was looking at, but... What one is it? I don't even know which one is it. Navigator? It says I'm missing a chest. Where? Did I miss one back in the tunnel? Your one treasure will be an ether. Probably, dude. Knowing my luck, it'll probably be like, yay, congratulations, you got a fuck ass ether. Are you excited? I remember, I don't think. Not in here. I didn't miss one back at the tower, did I? Here, let's check the common area. I gotta head there anyway. Of course I can't go this way. Why would I be able to? Really miss one around here? No. I didn't. I definitely didn't miss one in the forest. I know that. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. It might be counting like the... It might be counting the fucking mansion ones, but those normally pop up after you get an area. Or after you get access to one. Like, right now we're about to fight these guys. There's checks here. But I'll have to see about the chest I missed.
Back off. Back off. It's over. Take this. It's over.
Can I get all of these guys? This game is so sick. Actually the greatest game ever pressed to a disc, dude. Dongled Goop. Goopy and King Thicky. Yeah, Dolan and Goob. Here's my second chance. I would love to mess around with you all, but unfortunately I don't have master form yet, so there's no need to actually fool around. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, yeah, the little trick with these guys is they do a little mini game. It's either the card game or the dice game where you have to stop it on the O. Like a little timing puzzle. The gambler. Gambler nobodies. There we go. Okay, so this world's cleared. There's Stitch, so or not Stitch, Chicken Little rather. So we can go and I can do Space Burner now. Cool. I can't believe they put me at the gate. Yeah, I know. You and your fucking billionaire run. How'd your runs go today, if you did any? Keep almost doing that. I did not do any billionaire runs today. I have done a whole lot of fuck all today, actually. That's fair. I literally, I said it when I came in, I quite literally, like, woke up. And, like an hour in, I was just like, well, time to grab something to eat, and then I guess I'll fuck off and go and grab, some coffee and then start the stream. The only thing else I did was just render out the new break screen for KH2. I thought I was going to have the bumper done by now, but I think I'm going to have that done by, like, next week or something. It's just going to take way too long. Woke up at, like, 1 and did not want to stay awake. Yeah, I know. I feel that. %1,000% feel that. Drive boost. Wait, that increases when we're at half health, but realistically, like, do we need to be? Here, let's try to get to half health. No, wait. We're not gonna be able to because he's gonna... Hey, Tron, buddy. Thank you. I think I took away all your potions, yeah. There we go. I need to be at half health because the way that this grind works, it means that I can actually, like, summon Chicken Little. And then we can get into the room. I don't know if my health actually resets. Hold on. I might need to check that later on. Here's what I'll do. I'll just go into the room and then, like, start it up. See if it works there. I don't think our health resets when we get into here, but... I'll try to get down to half health while we're in here. I get an experience boost, so we'll be able to level up a lot faster. Completely missed. That's fine. Alright, that's good. And then the move is we're gonna summon you almost immediately and then jump in and do that. Although I need that other... Do I have another negative combo? No, I have it on that. But did I pick up the other one? Can't believe Donald is fucking dead. Fog him. For sure to learn the matchup. Okay, no, it doesn't.
Let's go.
That's fine.
Back off.
There we go. Yeah, so our level is gonna increase. Ah, but we get so much health back because of that. That's fine. Alright, now we can grind away.
This is it. Back off. Back off. It's over. Take this.
So yeah, we're gonna level up really fucking fast. There's something else on level up too, because our level is in blue, like the little Sora icon on the tracker in the top left. Why Chicken Little fucking murderer? He's the best summon in this game, like unironically. He will interrupt like any sort of like attack and also like gravitate enemies towards you if you're surrounded. And we're just killing everything with our explosion, so it's literally the best. Like, so many of the summons in this game are really good, but Chicken Little is like one of the goats. Alright, level 40, still nothing. We'll also level up during 1K for sure because of the amount of Heartless in that, but... One more, do it. There we go. Bonk. Oh, it was final form. That was it. We already have it. We got a good amount of levels after that. That's fine. Alright, yeah, my only option at this point then is to either go and do the rest of Halloween Town or go into Simulated Twilight Town. I think I just gotta pull the fucking trigger. And go to SDT, even though I really don't want to. Final form's still pretty big though. Yeah, I know, but we forced it earlier. Because remember, I got it from putting on Fenrir and then popping it, so... Finding the form is nice, but it's a check that we technically already have is the issue. Which means I'm gonna have to scour the rest of these. I guarantee you... Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna go into SDT first. I was gonna say I can go and do 1K, because after I do 1K I get access to the Cavern of Remembrance. There's probably some shit in there too, but we don't really have all of our movement for it, and not only do we not have our movement for it, I don't have certain forms yet, so it's not even worth doing it. That's the problem. If shit wasn't on our forms, I wouldn't worry, but because I have to grind those up to find checks, like it's worth just having them ahead of time, because there are certain spots that are just ideal for grinding it. Very strong possibility we run into a data in this version too. Hey, let's pick it up. It's us. How's Roxas? Which one? I don't know. No saves for a minute too, so I gotta be extra careful. Oh yeah. Spindly little dudes. Can't hit those yet. There we go. The other cool part about saving SDT for later is that you can kind of rush through it. And no limit, no promise charm. No promise charm is crazy too. And that just lets us skip straight to the end of the game if we really have everything. Answer report 7. We'll check what that says after. Does Kyrie have a nobody? She does. Nominee. If she pops up in the cutscene, I'll point her out. Which she will, later on. Can I even check the journal right now? I can't. Yeah, Nominee is Kyrie's nobody, and one of my favorite characters in this series. Fuck. Yep. Now we go into here. Remember seeing Nominee when I was a kid, just going, damn, girls are cool. She's genuinely one of the best written characters in this series, like, bar none. I'm gonna be completely honest. There's our other high jump. Like, she's part of the reason why Calm is one of my goat as far as stories in this series. On top of KH1. I think that her being written to be this, like, part of the organization's plan to manipulate Sora, and seeing Sora's, like, insane, the dark side of his personality, where it's, like, his selflessness and his need to, like, save people is also part of a negative in him, is so fucking, like, smart. She's also one of the only, like, Pictomancers that you see in any, like, Square game across the board, between, like, her and Realm and FF6. Okay, so this shouldn't be too bad because your health is scaled. Wow, I missed that. Nice swing, bud. Roxas's Sora's nobody, right? Does Rico also have one? No! Actually, funny enough. $2 million IQ play, by the way, to reflect and then immediately go into training after that. Nah, no, Rika doesn't have a nobody as far as we know. Of course, I don't think Riku's realistically, like, died? As far as I remember, no. I think the only time you could really say he died was, like, I guess 3. But, like, the problem is that if he has, we haven't been exposed to one. And I don't think we're gonna run into any in the next arc, to be honest. Of course, I'm still banking on us seeing Mickey's nobody, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Which, fun fact, Nomura tried to actually get Oswald in the KH3, and it was the one thing that, like, Disney said no on. You know, some sort of weird like issue or some shit. I don't know what excuse they came up with, but whatever it was enough for them to be like, nah. Oh, hey. Part 1 of the final boss. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. Oh. Shout out to Final Zemnis. We can actually just sit back for the rest of this if we really need to. Orc 13 are all nobodies too, aren't they? Who the fuck is Shion a nobody of? Because she's... okay, so... Yes, they're all nobodies. Shion is a... Shion's complicated. So Shion is a replica, like a doll that Vexen had made, that technically doesn't have a form, but she takes the form of, like, she kind of looks like Kyrie, or at least a reflection of her, to Roxas and to a lot of other people with just black hair. Realistically, what she was meant to do was absorb a lot of, like, Roxas's powers and absorb, like, the memories of Sora so that they could reform a version of Sora as, like, the Keyblade wielder under the organization. That plan went to shit, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of what she is. She's not necessarily like a nobody, more so she is just like a weird memory homunculus. Was the best way of putting it. Which as a concept is really raw. Yeah, she's like an amalgamation of a lot of different things. I need to, if I can, play her, her data fight theme in 3. Because she does get a data fight in 3 that's genuinely, like, one of the best fights in the DLC. Was this Flaming Queen doing in Twilight Town? He's part of the fucking... We randoed him in... Oh yeah, these fights are all randomized too, in the Struggle Tournament. Fucking asshole. There we go. Dead. And we got a forced fight after this. 2 of them. Bonk. Yeah, I got the nobodies and then whatever the fuck. Hades nuts, they got him. Oh, go away. Alright, so final Zemnis Scar is out of the question. Alright, now this fight, we don't have to necessarily win. I think we still get the item, we just can't die. If we die, that's just a straight, like, L. But this is a check. You again? Oh, this is phase 2 Chair Zemnis, okay. It auto-modded you again because of ass fucking, by the way. I just want to point that out. If I were just a dude chilling in Twilight Town and a whole fucking ass lion just appeared, I think I would shit my whole ass. Yeah. Now, what would you shit more from? Like, the lion or this guy? You know, not to completely shit all over the sauce that this game has, by the way. But actually insane that, like, how cool this boss is. But when you really look at it, right, it's just some dude in a chair. Like, some dude sitting down on a throne is, like, the scariest fucking... one of the best fights in this game. It's crazy. Hey, the proof of non-existence. Okay, it was totally worth it. This dude is wielding a sword the size of a building. I think I would just give up, not gonna lie. Nah, we got it. When you're wavy like this, it's like, you know, nothing scares you. I should go back and save. That's gonna bite me in the ass if I don't. I can do it at the station, though. So fun fact, Austin, people found out because of Rando. There are 3 chests in here that in regular game are completely missable. They're the only real, like, missable chests in this game, and I'm pretty sure they're just here. And there's our Reflect and our Blizzard. Holy shit, there's a lot of shit here. Just like we predicted. And originally, like in Rando, you would get locked out because there was no way to actually come back here. Roxas can glide and do magic. I'm just like Jim the human guy. True, true, true. Alright, we don't have to do any of the silly minigames in this area too, they're already skipped. Shout out to missable chests. Yeah, I know. Now, is there anything, like, super important in them? No, but the fact that they are missable is kind of crazy. That's one of those small things about it. You want to talk about missable chests, dude. KH1 Rando is a whole nother level of hell. There are chests that were found in Rando that I didn't even know fucking existed in the entire game. Because that game has so many, like, so much hidden shit in it as a part of its level design. It's awesome. Like, people didn't even know about one of the chests where you had to hit a clock like 8 times in one of the first rooms in like Traverse Town just to get the chest to appear because it's part of like a little puzzle that's in the room. It's also where people found out about the bubbles in Hollow Bastion where you freeze them and then jump up to get like some of the chests that I think has like a dark matter in the original. It's like a gummy or a crafting item in the original game. There we go. We need more of that though. There were so many like hidden mechanics in that game just because the devs were trying to be so creative. Rightfully so, because it was like their first time making it. Just Roxas walks like he is about to go tell his mom that his part's on the floor. Yeah, you mean this walk? Nah, this is a power walk, dude. Look at him. This is a kid with some sauce. I would too if I was literally one of the like the strongest characters in this goddamn series. His pants shuffle, yeah. Cure. There's limit form. Okay, and now we can technically like leave. Okay, cool. Not too bad. The white room. Alright. Let's go do 1K in Hollow Bastion and see if that does it as far as like the last proof. Or if it's going to be in the cavern. If it's in the cavern, then... Dude, I love this creep song. Oh, I also get to show you the really funny with that I was talking about with Antonio earlier.
Let's go. Gather. This is it. Back off. Take this. Gather. Ha.
No master form either, which is shocking to me. Alright, before we do that, let's save. No, I don't want Limit form. Not now.
Give me strength.
Whoa.
Gather. Back off. Ha. It's over. This is it. It's over. Gather. It's over. Ha.
Boom. So does Sora see Kairi like as like a sister since they have known each other for so long, or as a love interest? It is heavily implied as a love interest if the DLC is anything to go off of the story stuff for 3. I mean, it's heavily implied throughout the entirety of the series. Just on its surface, you know what I mean? It's like they're very much implied. But Nomura and the team does keep it very, very vague, because I guess it doesn't interest them, or they find more joy in people kind of making up their own interpretations of it. But there's more than enough proof at this point that, like, no, Sora and Kairi are kind of, like, super into each other. I mean, they literally, like, ended 3 with him, like, sacrificing herself to go and after her and everything else like that. She basically, like wiped from existence. And spent, like, an entire, like, day putting things back the way they were. Only for him to completely, like, disappear from reality, and her, like, putting herself in a coma for a year to see if her dreams had any, like, sort of indication for where he was. Because the realm of dreams is, like, a thing in this series. And if that ain't love, then I don't know what is. Like, listen, man, as much I love the Riku and Sora pairing just as much as anyone does, but, like, let's be real at this point.
Yeah. Ha. Back off.
It's funny, too, because people either just like, alright, well, Sora's either friend sexual or he's just bisexual. And there's no in between. And it's like, that kid loves everybody. More of an Aqua Virgil guy myself. No, that's the real pairing that we need. If this boring, like, oh, is Riku, or is Riku or, like, Kairi the better partner for Sora? It's like, fuck all that, man. It's the Aqua, like, Virgil OTP looking like. Or the Terra and Dante pairing, if you're into that sort of thing. We haven't seen much of that, but we'll push that agenda. Thunder boost. Not as hard as the Spider-Man Lucina art, though. Is that a thing? Is that the pairing?
Okay.
Or are you just fucking with me?
This is it. Let's go. Back off. Give me strength.
Oh my god, you bitch. So much Spider-Man Lucina art, it's insane. Really? Like, what? Okay, genuine question. What is it with people, what is it with people, like, shipping Peter Parker with just, like, everybody? Like, bro they were shipping them with Elsa in like YouTube videos back in the day, and they were shipping with Lucina. I'm convinced they were just shipping them with whatever woman was popular at the time. Which, I mean, hats off to him. I mean, if you got it, you got it, but that's crazy. Oh, that's another finishing plus, but it's 2-2. I mean, it really doesn't matter at that point. I mean, Elsa, it kind of makes sense since Marvel is a Disney property now. Yeah. I mean, at the time, though. Like, we're talking like 2016 YouTube. Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up for the haha. The prophecy was foretold back then. That's why they did it. Alright, so. We don't need to use driver. We're going to be doing a whole lot of damage in this fight. So, this fight is very, very funny because of the fact that you are... And I'll show you. You were completely surrounded in this fight. And at the time, people were like, oh my god, how did they do this on the PS2? It's like, well, the obvious answer is wherever Sora is wherever the 3D models are. Everything else is a 2D sprite in the background. Now, enemies in KH are very, very weird because they tend to spawn right in front of Sora. In this fight, the Heartless are spawned wherever you're not looking. It means that if you're looking at the floor, in theory, they'll just spawn everywhere. But if you can kill them fast enough, you can just farm the fuck out of them super fast and just kill this entire fight. Shout out to Stickman Sham for pointing this out. Oh, that was another torn page, so that was what was on level.
Okay, gather. Light. This is it. Okay.
Oh god.
Let's go. Take this. Give me strength. Take this. Take this. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Let's go. Yeah.
Bonk. Here's the question, was the proof behind here? It was not. Which means it's probably in the cavern. Or it's in... here, maybe? Oh, no, no, no. Yuna. No, Yuna. Where's with the mushroom 13? Yeah, let me take a look at what you sent me. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, Aqua. Yeah, the Aqua Virgil art. That's the peak. That's the real shit. I think he went past to check a chest there. No, no, that one's already open. There's two right before you get to the cavern that are back there, but I checked those before we went and did the rest of these fights. Yeah, there's yeah, the uniroom, there's like a big hole in the wall we got there, but no, that chest we got. We have to go into that hole in the wall next to see if the proof is there, which I'm really worried it is. But overall, I mean, it should be fine. Yeah. because we have the mushroom proof, we can go and check into these guys. They have to check. What do we got? There's the proof of connection. Yep. Behind one of the proofs was another proof. And we got the gold crown. So technically we can go and finish the game now if we really needed to. I think I'm going to actually try that out. Get connected for free at Education Connection. Get free IT training. What was it? What was it? ITT or some shit like that back in the day? What was it? You know what I'm talking about, right? It was like that IT like training program on that was on in the 2000s that turned into be like a massive scam. Yeah, I think it was ITT Technical Institute. Like, education for the future or something like that. Boom.
Gather. This is it.
Yeah. Remember all those fucking commercials and people got like mega hard scammed out of a lot of their shit.
Defend. Gather. Yeah. Take this. It's over.
Boom. Alright, next room. So, we have not Zigbar in this next room. I have no idea what we got. We haven't leveled up everything yet, but we realistically don't need to because we're strong enough and have enough shit to deal with everything. We have our second chances of once more, so we have enough drive for them. We have pretty much everything. The only question is what these bosses are going to be, but I'm pretty much ready for everything. Oh, hey! His little known brother, Digbar. What's up, bud?
Yeah. Thunder. Thunder.
First foot's broken. Are you good, dog? Nah. The problem is this ain't his boss fight. There we go. The fact that all of this just works, by the way, is insanity. Like, in this room, it doesn't, like, freak out or anything. It's just like, yeah, no.
Take this.
Bonk.
Back off.
Shame we're not going to get the special super kill where he snaps his neck on that, but...
Back off.
Don and Groovy are in shock, I know. You're like, Sora, what the fuck? And there's our the money pouch. Get out of here. Okay, let's save. So we got Luxord up first, but this realistically could be anybody. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, now we can hit him.
It's over. Take this.
Oh. He's just missing all these. Alright, he doesn't stagger. Fucking this up like I don't know how to play this game. Yeah, well, there is Beast. I mean, like, we're getting some easy ones here. That means that chances are a lot higher that the final boss could end up just, or the final string of bosses, rather, could just end up dicking us. And I don't know what I prefer, like an easier route here or the opportunity for a harder fight elsewhere.
Show me your strength.
Oh, hey, speaking of.
That's enough.
This is it.
Know your place.
It's over.
Give in to the dark.
Oh,
Defend. Yeah.
All shall be one with me.
It's over.
Give in to the
Back off.
nice.
power.
Yeah, Seth. I've never heard English Seth Rogen. Really? Oh, yeah. That's his Advent Children voice, like his movie one. It changed for Remake and Rebirth, but... You know, English Sephiroth, like the old voice, George Newbern, is he does a phenomenal job. The new voice is not bad either. The new guy. Forgot his name. His JP voice in Smash, yeah. Alright, no point in taking the potions off of Riku because he has infinite potions. He can just heal us at will.
Donald. This is it.
Oh. Yeah, like that.
This is it.
We're not even gonna bother fighting these guys. There's no need. I really don't even need to be getting these chests. It's just in case there is anything in here.
Donald.
It's getting mixed by air. Yeah, the sorcerers are shitty because it's like attacking them does not stop the attacks. Their cubes are independent of them. Okay. If I had to guess for a candidate for the Lingering Will fight, it might be this one. That's new.
Thunder. Thunder. Ha. Ha.
Hey, Sora!
Yeah.
Take this.
That is actually new. I've never gotten this fight here. Alright, because you're knocked out. There we go.
Okay. Thunder. Thunder. Okay. Thunder. Thunder.
There we go. Alright. Now... we're pretty much clear to end off the game, so let's go ahead and try to do it. We got all the proofs. Now we can go open the door. Let's see what we get.
Let's go.
Coolest shit ever. Is this the aforementioned door to darkness? Somewhat. The backstory on why this boss fight is the way it is insane, by the way. Nomura made a joke during development because of a piece of concept art of like Yeah, you know, I think it would be cool if the player like fought in like an entire city, not in an entire city, an entire city, and the team basically just went, okay, bet. And so they showed him like this concept art where it's like you see like the buildings are everywhere around here. Like Xemnas is an entire castle made of buildings and shit, like the entire world that ever was and the entire city within it. It's kind of formed. And just went, they showed it to him, he just went, you know, to be honest, I was just joking. Like, I didn't think you'd actually do it, but that's cool. We'll keep it. Crazy. You just accidentally make one of the coolest boss fights ever as a joke. As a bit. He is real for that.
Okay. Back off. Gather. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Back off.
There's round break.
Take this. This is it. Yeah. Take this. Goofy.
Nice save. Oh.
This is it. Take this.
And explode.
Yeah. This is it. This is it. That's it. Take this. Back off.
Here we go. I think it'd be interesting in streaming some of my first playthroughs through some of the KH games and I think about it. Yeah, honestly. Is this normal or data? It's normal. Nice. The only ones I played are like Recom and Days and I didn't beat them. Honestly, I'd join you for that. Or I'd watch them or whatever it is that you want to do. That might not be a bad stream idea. Oh my god, Antonio did call Pete, but it's not final. It's Xemnas 2.
Pete's invincible. Yeah. Get out of my way.
Yeah. This is it. It's over. Yeah. Back off. It's over.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that'd be a really fun collab. Alright, final boss time. What do we got? Please be something
My
good.
life is a chip in your pocket.
Okay.
Ante up.
Freest fucking like rando ever. Holy shit.
Take this. Yeah. Take this.
GG. Holy. Man, that's good. Gaming. Completed seed. That was so free. So I wonder where the rest of those guys were. Like, I'd imagine they're in their vanilla positions, right? Maybe? I'll have to go back and check the seed. And then I'll give the information to Antonio or whoever. Or I guess I could check the seed now, actually. Hold on. Most used form, final form 8 times. Here, let's check. What was the boss replacements? Thresholder was final data final Xemnas. Thank God Beast Castle was empty. Jesus Christ. Data Zemnis was Terra. Oh, did Terra didn't get randoed into the pool? No, he did. I'm sorry. He was the experiment in. So if we had gone to Halloween Town, like Visit 2, we would have run into him. Which that world was like empty, so there was some shit behind him. Let me check. You know what? Hold on. I need to find, where was Master Form? Master Form was behind Lock, Shock, and Barrel in Halloween Town, so yeah, that would have been it. That was the check, and then we would have left after that, so we never would have fought Terra, even if I was curious. Huh. Yeah, overall, not a bad seed at all. That was actually really enjoyable. And not nearly as much of a pain in the ass as I thought it was going to be. And no real crashes. The only crash that we had was when I went to the character screen early on. So I don't know. Maybe I was talking shit about PC version for nothing. So, cool.